Hey guys, welcome back to another Musket Man video, and I'm really excited what I've got to showcase you guys today. This is going to be my recent acquisition from a local pawn shop. Now, at first glance, this may look like a typical number 1 Mark III star Enfield, but in fact it is not. This is actually going to be an Ishapore 410 musket. Now, these are kind of been common here recently in the Musket market, with Century Arms importing a large batch of them in a really kind of ratty condition. This is kind of outside my collecting aspects, as I usually don't collect British firearms, but this one is with such nice condition, I couldn't say no. You can see this particular rifle was manufactured in 1944 at the GRI arsenal. And what kind of gives the dead giveaway that it is a 410 Enfield, other than the bore, as you can see, is the wood block, and you can see it is a pin follower, along with our stamp here of being redone in 1950 for 410. Now, it's my understanding when these rifles were first manufactured, or converted rather, they took a normal 303 Enfield that maybe had a shot out bore, they re-barreled it, redone it, done the floor plate, and made it a musket, whether it be for police use, guard duty, riot duty, whatever it may be, and they issued them out. Now, like I said, to my knowledge, these were originally done in a British 410, which is kind of a neck down 303. Sometimes they had solid slugs and kind of like rat and bird shot in those shells. This one's actually been converted when it was imported, which I do not see any import marks on this particular firearm, so I assume it's a pretty old import, and it was rechambered into, if I can get in my pocket, American 410. Now we can see we have a slug here, but this is a standard 2 3/4 US 410 that it chambers, and it can feed. And we see here a standard birdshot 410, and yeah, pretty cool, pretty I don't know, niche thing to collect, but normally you don't see these in this nice condition. They had a lot of nice stock cartouches, and the price was right, so I went in and picked it up, especially with the original sling. And I've been really curious what kind of pattern this holds, because this would be a very cool squirrel gun here in Eastern Kentucky to try out, take some squirrels out with it, and who can say they took a squirrel out with an Enfield for shotgun, right? So I got my target down range, and I kind of just want to try some different loads. I got some different loads in my pocket. We're about here about 10 yards, so not real far away. We'll start out with our 2 3/4 Super Sport number 8 shot. So if you don't know, just throw it right in there, load it like a typical Enfield, and let's try it out. Little sticky. Let's go ahead and try a couple more. It is holding a pretty tight pattern. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch up my loads. We're going to try these slugs. See what that does. Oh, dropped one. Go ahead and pick up our slug. And I have a couple of rounds, if I can get in my pocket, of triple op buck, 3 pellet. Yeah, so it seemed to cycle fine. They kind of got a little sticky on those last few rounds, not really sure why. But yeah, seemed to hold it pretty good. Let's go check out our pattern. Alright, got the camera moved in closer to me and take a look at our loads. Kind of aimed the slugs up here, so that's a pretty good pattern for around 3 shots of slugs. I aimed a couple of the buckshot down here, so that's a pretty tight pattern. Overall spread of the number 8 shot, it's pretty wide, but we got everything within this paper. So yeah, that's pretty good considering what it is. And I think that's pretty interesting results to see. Actually, it's kind of neat. One of the slugs kind of skipped off and managed to wedge itself up here. Looks like the wad and all, so that's pretty neat. So yeah, anyway, I got some ballistics gel, so let's go ahead and see what this does in the ballistics gel. Alright guys, we got our 10% FBI spec gel block here provided by Clear Ballistics. If you need any shooting ballistics of your own, please go check them out. They're an awesome supporter of the channel, and without them we can't make videos like this, so go check them out. I'm really excited to test some slugs and buckshot through this gel, so let's go ahead and try it out. All right, guys, we got our FBI spec gel downrange. Once again, I'm gonna give a special thanks to Clear Ballistics. We're gonna go ahead and shoot it with this triple op buck, see what 410 can do and just how lethal it can be. Let's go check it out. Okay, so we're looking at the front of the block here. We have 1, 2, 3, which I believe those are 3 pellets. If we can see where those pellets are just zoomed right on through our ballistics gel. That is pretty neat. I know a lot of people really say that 410 is not capable. We can see that wind channel right there. It's dumped a lot of energy at this block now. I see it does. It has dipped down in energy as it exits the block. But that's pretty impressive, no doubt. So let's go ahead and sit back up and try out a slug. All right, guys, we're back down range. Now we're going to try these ATI slugs. They're advertised at 1550 feet per second, and they're a 1/4 ounce. So let's go ahead and try it out. See what it does on our ballistics gel. That has a perfect dead on hit. Let's go check it out. All right, as you can see, we're back at our block. We have a dead center hit right here in the middle. That is awesome. You can see our slug dispersed severely right here as soon as it entered the block within 4 inches and just disintegrated. We can see little shards before it exited out the block. I think that's actually from our buckshot. So most of the slug actually dispersed its energy right here. We have one little strand that's went on out the back side of the block. Very, very weak energy though. Barely even scraped the bottom of the table. But that's very, very interesting to see, guys. That slug dumping all its energy just right there within 4 inches of the block. Let's go ahead and get a look on our other side. You can get a good look there. But yeah, pretty interesting, guys. I have a few more things up my sleeve. Let's go ahead and try a 2 3/4 number 8 shot and just see what it does. Okay, guys, I went ahead and moved the table out of the way. That way none of the pellets would hit the table, because it does have a wider dispersed pattern with this number 8 shot. So I didn't want to risk damaging my table or having anything shoot back at me. So I went ahead and put it on the soft log, and let's go ahead and see what this number 8 does. Let's check it out. All right, we can see here in front of our block, it looks like it's been hit by a porcupine or something. All these little pellets, you can still see inside the block here. They traveled approximately, I don't know, 5 inches or so. Some of them getting probably about a little over 6 inches, 6.5 inches in the block. Very, very interesting to see that kind of power coming out of that, and kind of how tight the pattern is. You know, it's a pretty tight area for all these shot to hit. So it's rather impressive from the Enfield. You can see on the side there. Pretty cool to see that. So yeah, guys, I have one more thing up my sleeve. Thank you guys and enjoy. And let's go and wrap up the video. So if you watched the last video, you know I've had an incident with some pumpkins, and I think I've arranged a pretty hostile pumpkin crowd. So let's go ahead and see how our Enfield can disperse this crowd. Let's try it out. Pretty good pumpkin killer if you ask me. Let's go ahead and try some slugs. And one more slug. That is by far one of the funnest things I've done in a long time. We have some pumpkin on our Enfield. Very cool, guys. Let's take a look at our carnage. So taking a look at our pumpkin carnage, yeah, I think it's safe to say that our crowd is more than dispersed. That was really fun, guys. If you guys enjoy watching the Milsurp Man channel, taking a look at cool milsurps like these, I'd greatly appreciate if you like and subscribe. It helps out what I do here, and also helps fund projects like this one. 410 ammo is not cheap, so to shoot all at 410 was very expensive. So guys, go ahead and hit the like, comment, and share. It really helps out what I do here. Appreciate you guys watching. I look forward to catching you in the next Musket Man video. God bless.